Hi everyone, welcome to the essay question of topic 1, paper 2, history. You remember we're working on topic 1, paper 2, but the source-based question. We are now on the essay question. This is just an introductory question so that we understand each other. What actually belongs to this essay and what does not. Okay. Our essay comes from an area called the crisis of apartheid in the 1980s. What caused this crisis in South Africa? Internal and external opposition to apartheid created this crisis. Internal and external opposition. What is that? What is this internal? When we talk of internal, we mean problems inside South Africa. We mean battles, that fight, that war inside South Africa. And when we talk about external, we mean fight or opposition by the outside world. Your Britain, your France, your USA, etc., your Ireland, all the other countries outside. We refer to that one as external pressure. Okay. Protests moved from youth demonstrations in Soweto. You remember in the BCM topic, we were talking about youth demonstrations in 1976. So there were those, and there were also rent boycotts in the townships. There were rent boycotts also, and thirdly, there were trade union strikes at factory gates. So South Africa was faced with that kind of predicament. Okay, the government consequently declared successive state of emergencies to contain the riots, to contain the boycotts. Please note that your focus area in this essay is an area that says international resistance to apartheid. International resistance, not internal resistance. Internal resistance to apartheid is not your essay. That when we talk about internal resistance, I've already explained that it's that crisis happening inside South Africa. That is not your focus this year, okay? Even last year actually, 2019, that was not the focus. So the focus is international resistance, which means resistance by the international world. Okay, you must note that one very, very well. Okay, otherwise, let me mention that in this essay, there is a whole lot of information which is not needed in the essay. If you are using New Generation History, it starts on page 265. New Generation History. But if it's another book, you can check the heading. But this is the heading, International Resistance. Your teachers will teach you maybe the internal resistance, but it's not for essay. It's for just you, for you to take just one background paragraph. We need to note this, students. Let me emphasize, students, that it is good to have a background of where you are coming from. You know what I mean? It makes you understand your events better. But it hits back when a student, my God, because the student has been given a lot of background. She writes or he writes about 2.5 pages. And when she or he is only beginning on the required content, the student stops. It actually hits back. Because as markers, we are not going to give you full marks for that. So that is why I would not advise anyone to give a lot of background. And for that reason, I'm not going to mislead you by giving you all the background that is found in this essay, because I know many of you will end up writing that background, and your arm also I think gets tired and you feel you have written a lot, whereas you have been writing on background. I want us to note that it really hits back. Remember, you are only required to write one paragraph as a BKG, which is background. So on background, you write only one paragraph. Please do not write a full page because you know that area or you love it. Just one big paragraph. a paragraph made up of 10, 12, up to 15 lines, for example. I have chosen the tricameral system as a background paragraph to this essay. Okay? There are many events, students, which could be chosen as a background para. For example, some of your teachers will decide to choose other paragraphs. That is perfect, as long as it's events before the international, heading, the international, the international response. Anything from the events in the crisis of apartheid in South Africa could be chosen as a background paragraph. I've just chosen the tricameral system.